What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I've had a lot of people on Social Security and SSDI ask me this question about healthcare in other countries. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you a clip, and this is from a channel, Amelia and JP, and they live in Ecuador right now. They're going to be talking about their healthcare experience both in the U.S. and in Ecuador. And so I'm going to show part of this clip. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I want you to go over to their channel and subscribe to their channel and check out their content. I've been watching them for about a year now, and they have some really, really good content about living in South America and living in Ecuador. And the main reason that I want to show you guys this is because I've had a lot of people ask me this question about healthcare in other countries, and I can't answer it because I don't live. I'm in Colombia right now. I'll be here for about a couple more months. So in total, it'll be about 5 months, 5.5 months for the year. But I haven't really utilized the healthcare system, okay? And I have insurance. I have travel insurance. That's all I have right now. So I haven't had any exposure, and knock on wood, hopefully I don't have to have any exposure, but I haven't had any exposure to the healthcare system in Colombia. So I can't speak on that. And I haven't used healthcare in other countries. And so this is a good channel to go to if you want to find out more information about healthcare. So I want to show you a part of it. And then I want you to go and watch the rest of this video because they're gonna go through some of the different countries and talk a little bit about their healthcare system. And so that's what we're gonna focus on today. But first off, on this channel, we talk about money and the financial struggles that Americans are facing today. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell notification. That way you get notified anytime we put out a video. And like always, if you see my name and a picture of me in the comment section, make sure you see a check mark next to my name. That check mark signifies that it's me. If you do not see that check mark, it's not me. It's someone trying to impersonate me. And so like always, I just want to remind you guys, we are doing premieres. I'm trying to do as many premieres as possible, but I have to get a video over 15 minutes. If the video is over 15 minutes, I'll do a premiere on that video. So make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell notification. So when I upload the video, that's when YouTube will start promoting it out as a premiere. And if you're subscribed and you hit the little bell notification, you'll get a notification that I'll be doing a premiere. Okay, so, or if you just log into YouTube, you'll see that a premiere will be in 2 hours. Usually I'll do it about 2 hours before the video airs. So subscribe, hit the little bell notification. All right, let's go ahead and get over to Amelia and JP, and they're going to be talking about their experience. Actually, JP is going to be talking about his health care issues that he had in the U.S. and why he moved to Ecuador, why they moved there, and why they're there for good. They're not going back to the U.S. So let's go ahead and take a look. Here we go.
The main reason we left the United States and why we can never move back is because of healthcare and health insurance. I had 2 major spinal surgeries before we left the U.S. and they cost almost $1 million for both of them. And after that, my insurance company tripled my rate. I couldn't afford health insurance anymore.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible. It was a very, very stressful situation. And I think a lot of you can relate to that feeling of how am I going to afford my health insurance? We've heard from a lot of people that you are now working a job that you may not want just to have health insurance. Some of you are delaying your retirement to have health insurance, and that is just unacceptable.
Yeah, it sucks. I can't believe that we've allowed the system to get to this point where you are stuck in a job you hate or delaying retirement just to have health insurance. Yeah. It makes no sense at all. I even looked at going back to work. I had been self-employed for about 10 years prior to my surgeries, and I actually looked for a job for a while to get health insurance. But after you've been an entrepreneur, companies don't really want you anymore. Plus, we were in our 40s, and I was a little bit too old to go back into the workforce and didn't have a lot of interest, and I didn't really want to do that anyway. The thought of commuting to a cube again after working for myself for so many years, that was really, really stressful for me, and I just did not want to do that.
Yeah, and if you were like me and work for a small company, then your health insurance coverage probably totally sucks because mine is really catastrophic only.
Yeah, it has a $12,000 deductible and a 40% copay after the deductible is met. So if I had to have $1 million worth of surgeries again, it would still cost us $400,000, which is crazy. And also, they dropped spousal coverage on her plan, her company, after the pandemic to save money, as a lot of companies are dropping familial coverage. So you're really left on your own to come up with that. The marketplace plans are just not that good. They're high deductibles, they're expensive, and they make you reapply every year. That was the problem with me, is that after I had my surgeries, I had to reapply for the marketplace plan the following year. And that's why they included my new pre-existing condition and tripled my rates pretty much from December to January. And we fit in that middle ground category where we made too much money between the two of us to qualify for any sort of assistance, but not enough money to actually cover the cost of the insurance.
So in this video, we're going to tell you about 10 countries that have better healthcare for a fraction of the cost.
In some of these countries, you can go on your 90-day tourist visa and have your medical treatments done. Other countries have medical visas that are good for up to a year. And some of them, you can even apply for permanent residency and just stay living there and paying a lot less for your healthcare.
Yeah, you have a lot of options. There's even more available than what we have on this list. These are just some of our favorites. Another thing you can do is get international health insurance, which we did not even know about. And if you exclude the United States from your coverage, it is very affordable.
Yeah, so think about that for just a second. If you exclude the United States, you can actually get cheap global coverage and go anywhere and have your health care taken care of. It's just insane to think about. I can't wrap my head around this, that we had to leave our home country because we can't afford health insurance and health care.
Yeah, it's insane. However, I have no regrets.
No, neither do I. It is the best thing we could have done, and we're hoping to encourage you to do something unconventional like that. And now we're going to start with number 10, which is France.
Okay, so now, like I said, I want you to go over to their channel so you can watch the list. Now, just a spoiler alert here. At the very end, they talk about Ecuador. They're living in Ecuador, and he'll explain his whole situation and how much he paid for health coverage and the issues that he was having with his neck and all that. So he's going to talk a little bit about that. But just listening to their story, it's very, very sad what's going on in the U.S. and why we pay so much for health care in the U.S. And you can go to other countries. And in a lot of these countries, you're getting the same quality of treatment, but you're paying a lot more in the U.S. And they talked a little bit about this global, which I'm going to look more into, this global insurance, their international insurance, where you can just get it and you can travel to different countries and you'll have insurance. That's something that I really am looking into or want to look into now, because I want to travel to different countries. And usually what I'll do is I'll have travel insurance. Travel insurance is only good for a period of time. So like I'm here for 3 months, so I'll have travel insurance for that 3-month span. I was here just a couple of months ago. I was in Colombia for 2 months, and I had coverage for just that 2 months. So it'd be nice to just have coverage whenever I travel, to know that I have some type of a global coverage. So that's something that I will be looking into. But of course, you have to take U.S. off the list. You take U.S. off the list, and it'll be a lot cheaper. I don't need coverage in the U.S. I have insurance in the U.S. My insurance just doesn't cover me in other countries. So it's just something I'm going to look into. But it's really sad just looking at the way our system is run. And we talked about Medicare. We've talked about prescription medication. And matter of fact, we've been talking a lot about that just because of this current bill that they're hopefully will be passing tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow. Hopefully they'll pass it tomorrow. Now, with that, with Medicare, you're limited in what you can get, and you have all these different people that have their hands in the pot and they're taking money. So when you're dealing, one thing that they did say, when you're dealing with a lot of these other countries, when you're dealing with the medical system in these other countries, you're dealing directly with the hospital, directly with the doctors. You're not going through insurance companies and dealing with a lot of this red tape. In most situations, you can deal directly. Even if you have insurance, you still have insurance, but you can deal directly with the doctors. And if you have issues, you can talk to the doctor about those issues. And they're not these doctors aren't sending out all these different referrals where you have to go to see other doctors in order to handle certain needs that you have. So it's a different situation for a lot of people who are expats living in other countries and receiving health care. Now, what some people will do is let's say if you live in Colombia, you're living in Colombia as an expat, or you live in Costa Rica as an expat, it's very close to Florida. And we're talking 2.5 hours, 2 to 2.5 hours to get from Colombia to Florida. And the same thing, it's pretty similar when it comes to Costa Rica. It's even closer. So What a lot of people do is if they have Medicare and they want to keep their Medicare, they're living in another country, they'll have some type of insurance in that country. But if it's something that's major that they need to have done, they'll go back to the U.S. and it's only a couple of hours away, and then they'll get whatever that treatment is that they need to get done, and then they'll go back to Colombia, Costa Rica, Guatemala, wherever it is that they're living. So that is a strategy that some people use when it comes to moving to another country. Because I know when I start talking about relocating to other countries because it's more affordable, and that's what it's all about. It's about living a good life, especially if you're at a point where you're retired, you're on a fixed income. You want to be able to live a good life, right? You don't want to be struggling paycheck to paycheck, trying to figure out how am I going to pay for rent? How am I going to pay for my mortgage, buy food and all that? And right now in the U.S., things are not good. I mean, we're looking at inflation at all-time highs, and we have people that are really, really struggling as a result of that. And right now, people on Social Security, they're waiting to see what the COLA numbers will look like for 2023. But the reality is, usually when they come out with those COLA numbers like they came out with for 2022, it was 5.9%. We're looking at inflation at 8.5? That's in July. It was 9.1 year to year in June. So it is not keeping up. COLA is not keeping up with our current inflation situation. So people are still, when they're going to the grocery store, they're still paying more money than what they would have a year ago. And the COLA is not really helping them that much. So I just wanted to put this video out. I want to know what you guys think about this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And remember, go over to Amelia and JP's channel and watch their videos. I will have a link to this video that we were watching. I'll have it in the comment section. So at the comment section at the very top, you're going to see a link. Just click on that link and it will take you over to the video so you can finish watching the video. And you'll find out the 10 countries that they recommend when it comes to healthcare. That's all I have for you guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.